In this video, we're going to go through 5 easy steps to help you get your Georgia real estate license. There's a lot of information on the internet, and in this video, I'm going to boil it all down into 5 easy steps so you know exactly what to do to get licensed this year. Let's dive right into the video. My name is Chris with the Empire Real Estate YouTube channel. On this channel, we talk about real estate, personal finance, and entrepreneurship. The goal of this channel is to help you build your very own real estate empire through the lens of entrepreneurship. If you like that kind of content, smash the like button and subscribe. Before we get started, I want to offer you our free How to Get Licensed and Start Your Real Estate Career Guide. Everything in this video, plus more, is inside that guide. So to get your copy, click the link down below, and I hope you enjoy it. Becoming a real estate agent comes with so much upside opportunity. Whether you're looking for something to replace your 9-to-5 job that doesn't have a cap on your income without that glass ceiling that we all hate, or if you're just looking for something where you can be your own boss and have more flexibility in your schedule and have that time freedom that we all love as entrepreneurs. This can be a great career, and it can be one that you can turn into a 6-figure income. There are agents out there that do earn 6 figures. Some even earn 7 figures. The real top performers, the 1%ers, they do earn huge incomes. So being a real estate agent can be a great opportunity for someone that's entrepreneurial minded and hungry. So the very first step to getting licensed is meeting some basic requirements. In Georgia, you have to be 18 years old or older, and you must have a high school diploma or a GED. Next, it's time to cover the education requirements. So this is the very first step, is meeting the basic education requirements in Georgia, and you're gonna have to complete 75 hours of state-approved pre-licensed education classes. And yes, I know, 75 hours is a lot of time to sit in a classroom, especially if you already have a 9-to-5 job or other obligations that make your schedule super busy. Because of this, I highly suggest you check out online real estate schools. The one that I personally recommend is Calibri Real Estate School. They do a great job, and if you want to check them out, there's an affiliate link down below with different sales and discounts on their classes. In real estate school, you're going to learn a lot of great things. You're going to learn about agency law, you're going to learn about real estate financing, you're going to learn about land ownership, different titles, different deeds, the way deeds are transferred. There's so many things that you're going to learn in real estate school, so it is worth the time invested, and when you're out in the field, you're going to be able to look back at it, remember those things, and be a better agent for it. The next step is study. Now, this is a very important step, because if you didn't know, a majority of the people that go take the exam actually fail the first time around. Whether it's failing one portion of the exam, or they fail the entire exam and have to come retake it if they ever want to have the chance of getting licensed. To avoid this, I want to give you a couple different tips that I would use if I was retaking the test today. The very first one is time block. Now, time blocking is super important because if you take too much time to study, you're going to be kind of doing this thing that I like to call analysis paralysis. And what that is when you just take forever to do something because you're afraid of failing. Now, you don't want to be in that camp. But what I would highly suggest is giving yourself 2 weeks of time to study and do this 5 days a week, 2 hours a day. I wouldn't do more than 2 hours a day because then you're just going to get fatigued, burned out, and you're not going to retain as much information, and you're just kind of making things a lot harder than they need to be. The next thing I would recommend is I would recommend finding a study buddy and using flashcards, especially if the textbooks are not working out for you, you find them boring, you find them dull, and this is what happened to me. I found studying with a textbook to be extremely boring. I just didn't want to do it. So there are other options out there. The very first one is flashcards. It's a very cheap alternative. If you have somebody that's interested in real estate or someone that's taking the exam with you, then studying with them can be a great thing, and it can make things a lot more fun and a lot more interesting. And because of that, you'll probably retain the information a lot better. Now, if you can't find a study buddy and you don't want to do flashcards, there is another solution. And this is the camp that I was in when I was getting licensed. And what I did is I searched online for different ways to study and different study tools, and I came across Prep Agent. Prep Agent is a test-like simulation tool that will quiz you, it will put you through test-like simulations, and it will score you based on how you're doing answering the questions within the modules of Prep Agent. It's a fairly inexpensive tool to get, and it helped me tremendously. So if you want to check them out, there is an affiliate link down below, and it should give you the confidence to pass your real estate exam. The next one is CompuCram. Now, CompuCram is very similar to Prep Agent, and the cool thing about CompuCram is as soon as you sign up for it, it will give you an entire quiz just like you will get when you go to the testing center on test day, and then it will score you and tell you exactly where you stand, what things you need to work on more, and from there you can take a deep dive, study those things, and go through the modules to improve your scores so you feel totally confident on test day. If you want to check out CompuCram, there's an affiliate link down below for them as well. Once you blow past the 2 weeks on step number 2 and get done with your studying, it's time to schedule your exam. Now, I would schedule at least 24 hours in advance, and just know you're going to have to bring a basic non-scientific calculator for the math portion of the exam and 2 forms of identification to get into the testing center on test day. Now, this exam is all multiple choice, and to pass the exam, you're going to need to get a 72% score or higher. Now, the good news is as soon as you complete the exam, you won't have that much anticipation to find out if you passed or failed. As soon as you walk out, they're going to review the scores with you and tell you if you are a passing student or if you have to come back and retake the test. Now, if you did pass the real estate exam, it's time to celebrate because this is a big milestone. A lot of people do fail the exam, and it's one of the harder exams to take because it's a lot of information crammed in, and you have to become really knowledgeable in order to pass. Once you complete step number 3, it's time to go to step number 4, which is getting your background check and fingerprinting done and doing your license application. In the state of Georgia, you're required to do a background check. They're going to make sure you have nothing on your record, such as felonies and things that would prevent you from getting licensed. Now, if you do have those things on your record, I would highly suggest reaching out to DBR and your local real estate commission and check with them and see if they're willing to make any exceptions before you put all this time into these steps of getting licensed. Now, once you're done with that, it's time to take all these steps you did. So step number 1, step number 3, and step number 4, which is going to be your past real estate exam, your proof that you completed your 75 hours of state-approved pre-license education. Make sure you get state-approved classes because if you don't, they're not going to count. And then last but not least, your background check. Put that all together, submit it with your license application, and you're going to have a couple week wait before you hear back. But in the meantime, you're going to get to start with number 5. This is the last step of the process, and this is finding a sponsoring broker. So as a newly licensed real estate agent, you have to hang your license with a sponsoring broker. And these are big shops like think of KW, REMAX, eXp Realty, Real Brokerage. There's a bunch of them out there, and you probably see their signs all over your local neighborhood. And these are brokerages where new agents and experienced agents even hang their license so they can conduct their business. The key to this entire thing is finding the perfect brokerage that works for you. Not all brokerages are the same, and you have to really go through a lot of interviews with different brokers to make sure you find one that's the right fit for you. And the reason this is so important is because 87% of all agents fail out of the business within the first year. Now, this is a terrible number, and I know it sounds horrible, and this might even make you not want to get licensed or try this at all. But if you have the right mentorship and coaching in place, I promise you it's possible. I started this 8 years ago. I found a great brokerage to align myself with, and I made it through and made myself a statistic of somebody that actually succeeded and started a successful real estate business. So as long as you find the right mentor, you're going to be in good shape. As long as you find the right mentor and do the work necessary. So I want to give you a couple basic tips to find the right mentor and the right brokerage. The first question to ask is, what kind of mentorship do they have in place for new agents? Do they have a mentor that they're going to pair you with? So whenever you have issues with deals, you can call that person and ask for help. I remember when I was starting, I was working with a bunch of different clients, and when things would go wrong, I needed to call my mentor ASAP because it was stressful. I didn't know what I was dealing with, and having someone just to pick up the phone and call made all the difference in the world. The second thing is finding out if they have a training program such as training modules or a weekly training you could attend in person at the brokerage or online to walk you through the steps of getting your business off the ground as a new agent. The last one to ask is, how are they going to help you build your business? There are many ways to build a real estate business. Some brokerages will teach you how to do SOI marketing. This is reaching out to family members, friends, and generating business from the people that you already know. Other brokerages will teach you how to prospect, cold call, make sales calls, and get business that way. And then there are other brokerages that will teach you how to do it through social media, whether that's Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, whatever method you want to use to grow your business. You're going to want to align yourself with that type of brokerage, because if you align yourself with a brokerage that's going to teach you how to build your business in a way that you don't feel comfortable doing, or if you just don't want to do in general, then it may not work out for you. Once you find your sponsoring brokerage and you get your license application approved, you're going to have your license and you're ready to get started building your real estate business. If you're excited about building your real estate business this year, this channel has over 400 videos on it, all about real estate entrepreneurship and growing your real estate business. So be sure to check those out. Hit the like button and subscribe, because we come out with useful content on a weekly basis for real estate entrepreneurs just like you. Thanks for tuning in, and you have an awesome day.